in order to do change management for AI, we've got to kind of go back to the roots of change management, right? They can say if you want people to do something or like take a certain action, like the theory would suggest that you got to do two things. You've got to kind of deal with people don't want to change because they've got two fears. One is survival anxiety, and the other one is learning anxiety. Right? Survival anxiety is very simple. Is this going to take away my job? What's going to happen to my job in the future? If anything new is coming in, is this, it doesn't matter if it was outsourcing 25 years ago or any of that stuff. It's survival anxiety is a part of any role. And the other one is learning anxiety, which is, is this brand new? I'm afraid of it. I don't know if I can learn it. I've learned to do this way for 20 years. And how do I come back to it? And I think recognizing that, so I would say even before that, as an organization, based on your values, you got to determine whether you want to bring your people along or leave them behind, right? I'm not placing a value judgment on leaders one way or the other, but there are enough leaders who want to bring their people along. They're the companies that have been around for a very long time. They're not the guys who come in and they're gone in 10 years or something like that, but there are companies that have been great for a long period of time that have recognized the importance of that human capital they have inside of that. If you start there, which let's just assume that's 80% of the companies that want to start there, that's great. That's a great place to start. Then you've got to start thinking about how do you address survival and learning anxiety when it comes to AI, right? And I think then that's where that first step of AI fluency comes in. Because for survival anxiety, if I don't know what AI is or how I am going to use it within my company, you can't blame them for saying because they're reading the same things we are and they look at it and go, AI is going to replace all these jobs and others. And it's unless we bring our people along and help them be part of that change, it's not going to happen. And then the learning anxiety component of it, again, I gave you my 5 competencies, just have one for your company, right? If you want to use mine's all open source, use it, right? But if it's not, then create one for yourself, and essentially make sure that you're sticking with it. A lot of things that you talked about are very relevant still. The Cadre model of, identify wins and celebrate the wins, those types of things. Have a self-reinforcing learning loop where the people who got things done come back and share that and they recruit other people to join in. Those are all the mechanics of how you make the change management happen. But it really starts with, are you investing in your people? And then if you are, then how do I specifically address survival and learning anxiety in my organization? And it starts there. And once you start there, I think then the path becomes easier. It's not going to become easy ever. It's always going to be easier because you kind of know what your North Star is and you're headed that way.